need a break.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down.
Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cab. So many couches I cried. Shout out Zazo, Tree and shout classy.
I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better.
Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 57.
is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Mixon on the counter. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Touchdown, Carolina! With a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Second and 10 now, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On third down, Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Troy Pride. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Bridgewater to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Complete to Joe.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're passing here. Joe Burrow forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Second down and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On third down, Mixon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Bengals 0.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
25-yard line.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. Pretty move. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing is Bridgewater. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. He's going to look deep for more. And able to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. the gun. Bridgewater. Complete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On third down, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. Now the Bengals going to use... the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run here with Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Mixon, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 8.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the gun on third down is Burrow. He can run for it, and he will. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to find Gallup here complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read? Okay, the eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He finds his running back, Nixon. And he's taken a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, Bridgewater. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
At the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
45-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Here's Bridgewater. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. They also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 22-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Burrow once again here on second and 10. They'll find Everett there, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. His throw going to be caught by Boley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun to give to Mixon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the run, it's Mixon. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
3rd and long.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Mixon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Bridgewater to throw it this time. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. is a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
24. Bengals 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago is starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now it's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Throwing here, Bridgewater. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I never played for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. This is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl.
The turnover on downs.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.